All right, welcome back to the channel. So, Shawn Porter has responded to Jaron Ennis that Jaron Ennis has called him out today that I reported. And Shawn Porter stated, "I don't need you. I'm finished with boxing. I made all my money." I'm just emphasizing, folks. I made all my money, so I'm retired. That's what Shawn Porter had to say. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. So, Shawn Porter has responded to Jaron Boots Ennis. Well, he only responded small things, but he didn't respond to the other tweets that Jaron Ennis had said about him. And Shawn Porter needs to stop saying that Jaron Ennis is this and ain't that and stuff like that. Well, it all started when Shawn Porter says Jaron Ennis is overrated, and Jaron Ennis took offense to that. And Jaron Ennis said, "You got to come see me, and how about you come out of retirement?" And Shawn Porter, he's not coming out of retirement. Shawn Porter stated that he would never fight Jaron Ennis or ever enter the ring with Jaron Ennis. And Shawn Porter, in my opinion, I think Shawn Porter is somewhat in his feelings and mad that he didn't get the praise that when he was still boxing, he didn't get the praise from the fans that he deserved. But now he didn't take a light that Jaron Ennis is getting the praise from the diehard boxing fans. And Shawn Porter stated that on his podcast as well. I forgot to say it this morning. Jaron Ennis hasn't fought any world champions. Well, Thomas Delorme and Sergey Lipinets was world champions. So, with that being said, we can't say Jaron Ennis hasn't fought any world champions where he just beat his last two world champions, both by knockout. With that being said, I just don't understand why Shawn Porter say certain things and gets twisted in the diehard boxing fans' heads. And Shawn Porter even stated that I want to spill the debacle with Jaron Ennis so I can build my brand. And, I can't knock him for that, to trying to raise his Porterweight podcast, boxing show, and try to build his brand and sell his merchandise. I respect him for that. But don't say Jaron Ennis this, Jaron Ennis that. Don't try to use another fighter's name to build your brand. You could say, look, Jaron Ennis, look, we need to stop giving him. You could have said something, instead of already stop giving him this credit. We have to see Jaron in these big fights first, and then we'll give him the credit he deserves. Don't say overrated, because overrated is taking offense to anybody and stuff like that, and you're probably going to get some heat back from that person. But Shawn Porter, Jaron Ennis, in my opinion, is going to beat world champions. Shawn Porter, you haven't beat world champions. As our fans, we respected you as a fighter. But if I really want to be an asshole about it, I could say Shawn Porter ain't good. He hasn't even beat world champions. The world champions he fought, he lost. He lost to Kell Brook. He arguably lost to Yordenis Ugas. We know he beat Danny Garcia. And you lost to Errol Spence Jr. And you lost to Terrence Crawford. So you failed at beating world champions. And I could be a complete asshole about it, but I'm going to give Shawn Porter the credit for fighting the best of the best. Shawn Porter has arguably one of the best resumes. And I'm gonna give you guys some examples. Let's say Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather fought. With Floyd Mayweather coming up in his career, he fought a lot of guys that were world champions. Nobody know who they was, but they was world champions, and now those guys are all Hall of Famers. And Shawn Porter, you can't talk because you fought world champions and you lost. And Jaron Ennis should deserve the praise because he's very interesting to watch. Now, you gave him his praise and say he's Roy Jones 2.0 and stuff like that. But don't sit here and criticize the man for him getting the high praise that he deserved, because he's an interesting fighter and everybody is going to want to see more of him in the future. Okay. But Shawn Porter, you know, he gets in his feelings every once in a while. You know, I turned off from Shawn Porter when he said something about Deontay Wilder is not one of the top heavyweights. We fired him up so bad it was ridiculous. But Shawn Porter, I'm gonna finish this up and I'm gonna close out, guys. Shawn Porter was giving Keith Thurman the benefit of the doubt on this. Shawn Porter says Keith Thurman performed good but not great, and against Mario Barrios. When you had a guy within Gervonta Tankamis who came from 130 to jump 10 pounds, come to 140 and knock him out, and Keith Thurman couldn't even do that. And I know I'm keep getting on Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman, I'm confusing myself. Shawn Porter stated that Keith Thurman should not jump into a fight between Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence Jr. Keith Thurman should deserve a fight that it's winnable for him, or another tune-up fight. And I have to agree, because Keith Thurman is at the verge of having one weakness, is towards the body. Keith Thurman just can't take a body shot to save his life. But Keith Thurman, with the long layoffs and the fighting 4 times within 5 years, I don't see Keith Thurman beating Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, and I don't see him beating Jaron Boots Ennis at all. I named the guys that Keith Thurman was ever going to beat, but he was giving Keith Thurman some credit because, you know, him and Keith Thurman are really good friends. But we're going to have to see what Keith Thurman does towards his career and stuff like that. But Shawn Porter responded to Jaron Ennis. He says that I got enough money. I made all my money. I got everything going for me. I'm just emphasizing, guys, and I don't need you. I'm retired. So, Shawn Porter, the best advice for you is to keep your mouth shut and stop calling these fighters out. Jaron Ennis, in my opinion, he's not overrated. In my opinion, everybody just like him. As a diehard boxing fan, everybody is excited. Now, some people might just be super about him. The fans, diehard boxing fans, love Jaron Ennis for what he does in the ring. But don't sit there and call the man overrated and stuff like that. He might be called Shawn Porter. The reason why I say Shawn Porter called him overrated, because Shawn Porter never got the praise. Like I said before, Shawn Porter does respect the Jaron Boots Ennis family and stuff like that. But Shawn Porter, shut your big mouth up. Let the kid have his glory of fame while he's built up to the glory of fame. Let him have his dues. Okay, you as a fighter, you was okay. You did good. You didn't beat any of the top world champions. You know, I can criticize Shawn Porter all day, but I'm not gonna do that, because Shawn Porter is Shawn Porter, and I gotta respect the resume that Shawn Porter has. But guys, with that being said, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.